I moved across the country for my dream job and a new life with my fiancée, but she suddenly backed out, and now I'm left alone in a house we picked together. I always thought my fiancée and I had a really solid, happy relationship. We got engaged 2 months ago after dating for 3 years, and things seemed great. We hadn't gotten too deep into wedding planning yet, but we were both excited for the future. Then I got a new job offer that was a huge step up. My salary tripled, and it was exactly what I wanted for my career. The job was on the East Coast, and the funny thing is my fiancée had always talked about wanting to live out there. She brought it up plenty of times before this opportunity even came up, so when I asked her if she'd be interested in moving, she was genuinely excited. With my promotion, we'd be able to afford for her to turn her hobby into a full-time thing if she wanted, and she was really into the idea. We picked out a house together, bought it, and she was all about planning how we'd decorate. She had the whole layout, colors, and even furniture ideas saved on her Pinterest. She seemed thrilled about this new chapter. The plan was for both of us to fly out east on the 29th. That would give us a few days to paint and get things ready before the movers arrived on the 7th. But right before we were supposed to leave, she changed her mind and said she'd stay behind to make sure everything went smoothly with the movers. I thought, okay, that makes sense. Someone should be there to handle things. I flew out and got started on the house. Then I flew back on the 4th so we could drive our ATV and boat out together, since the movers wouldn't take them. But again, she decided not to go, saying the drive would be too long. Instead, she said she'd just fly out on Sunday. We booked her ticket, and she was supposed to land late Sunday night. I was getting ready to leave for the airport when she texted me, "I'm not coming. I'm so sorry." I called her immediately, and she told me she didn't want to move anymore and couldn't really explain why. She said she wasn't scared, just that she needed space and didn't know what was holding her back. Then she said she didn't want to talk and hung up. Now I'm sitting in this new house, surrounded by boxes and all her stuff, including her laptop. So if this was planned, she didn't pack for it. I'm totally lost. There wasn't a single sign that she wouldn't be coming. She was excited, making plans, and seemed genuinely happy about everything. I keep thinking maybe she just got cold feet, or maybe she's overwhelmed, but she insists that's not it. I just started my new job today, so I can't exactly take time off to fly back and try to convince her. I'm not sure if I should even try to convince her. She's an adult and can make her own decisions, and I don't want to pressure her, but I also don't know if I did something wrong in the weeks leading up to this. I thought I was careful to make sure she wanted to move, and she seemed so on board. The other complication is that we bought the house together. If we end up breaking up, that's going to make things a lot more complicated. I don't know if I should just wait to see if she comes around or start thinking about what I need to do legally. Any advice would be appreciated, and let me know if I left out any important details. Relevant comments. Advice from others. Most people said not to try to convince her. If she comes, it should be her decision, not because I pressured her. If she doesn't, we'll have to figure out what to do about the house. If both our names are on the deed, I should get her name off as soon as possible to avoid problems down the road. OP's reply. I'm not sure how long I should wait before moving forward legally. Someone suggested giving her 2 weeks for a decision, then talking about separating her interest in the house. If she didn't contribute financially, she doesn't have a real claim, but if she did, I might have to buy her out. Update, July 14th, 3 days later. Thanks to everyone who gave advice. I actually have a happy update to share. Yesterday, my fiancée surprised me by showing up at my new job. She's decided to stay out here with me after all. It turns out the real reason she kept putting off the move was that she found out she's pregnant. It wasn't planned, and she was really scared about going through pregnancy and having the baby without her mom around to help. She finally told her mom what was going on, and her mom reassured her, bought her a plane ticket, and sent her out here. As exciting as the pregnancy is, she's known for about 2 months and only told me yesterday. So obviously we have some things to work on. We both realized there was just way too much happening all at once. The move, my new job, her quitting hers, our engagement, and now the pregnancy. It was just too much stress for her to handle on her own, and she shut down instead of talking to me about it. We talked a lot last night about how we both need to communicate better. We're considering premarital counseling since a few people suggested it, and it sounds like a good way to work on our communication and make sure we're both on the same page before getting married. We're also thinking about putting off the wedding for a while, or maybe just doing a courthouse ceremony for now and planning a bigger celebration later. She actually brought up both options, and I'm happy to go with whatever makes her feel comfortable. She also doesn't need to worry about finding a job right away, which should help take some pressure off. We're looking at our budget and making sure she feels secure, especially since being an unmarried stay-at-home mom can be a vulnerable position. I want her to know I'm in this with her and that we're a team, no matter what. We know we have a lot to figure out, but for now, we're just taking things one day at a time. I'm relieved she's here and that we're facing this together. Final update. Since then, we've been working hard on our relationship and preparing for the baby. The premarital counseling really helped us communicate better and understand each other's fears and hopes. We decided to postpone the big wedding until after the baby arrives, but we had a small courthouse ceremony to make it official and ease some of the pressure. The move turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Living in a new city has opened up new opportunities for both of us, and we're building a life that feels right for our growing family. It hasn't always been easy, but we're committed to making it work. Looking back, I realize that sometimes life throws unexpected challenges at you, and the best you can do is face them together. I'm grateful she finally came around and that we're moving forward as a team.